升级新鲜见闻嘞！
Can't pass the Johua Bureau exam. Won't change your name until you join the Johua Bureau? Huh? That's the alias I used on the request form. Don't tell me you're... Hello, I'm Nikki from Baiqiao Hall. This is my partner Momo. and my colleague, Tanyuyo. You're finally here! My name is Nightbloom, as in, one night's east wind adorns 1,000 trees with flowers. Pretty easy to remember, huh? If only my life could be as beautiful as my name. Even if I were just one among 1,000 flower lanterns, I'd still shine in the dark. But instead, I got this awful character. Now my future's pitch black. Speaking of which, what are your characters?
This one's a tough as nails part-time worker who's not too good at cracking jokes. And this one's a charismatic parade leader who gives the best compliments. And I'm,
I'm so jealous! You only lost the right to tell bad jokes, and at least you get to be a cat. That's not so bad. I got an exam grinder as my character, and I have to pass the toughest test to join the Johua Bureau. I'm officially on the Johua Bureau's watch list, and it only took 8 tries. I was helping out at the lantern shop just a bit ago when the chromatic guards caught me. They dragged me back for re-education. Can you believe it? Are the chromatic guards always that strict? You were just trying to balance working and resting, right? They used to turn a blind eye now and then. Maybe it's because the full moon's near. Everyone's pushing themselves harder now. And once enough Wanxiang powers gathered, Chroma can finally put everything right.
Still, the darkness before the dawn always lasts longer than you think.
You're telling me? I overheard the chromatic guards saying there have been frequent moon flares lately. Sounds like someone's stirring up trouble. No wonder every Chroma face is busier than ever these days. It's not like I want to fail the exams and make things harder for them. I just thought that once I passed the exam, the chromatic guards would stop keeping tabs on me, and I'd finally have time to make lanterns again. What I really want to say is, once I get into the Johua Bureau, I'll reward myself a little, making sure to stay in character, of course. I want to do my part to finish the script properly. Please, you've got to help me. You see, I've got 2 weaknesses when it comes to exams. Physical tests and written ones.
As far as I know, the Johua Bureau has only 2 rounds. First the physical exam, then the written one. They really singled you out with those tests, huh?
isn't your character supposed to be good at compliments?
For me, crafting is the most physically strenuous thing I've ever done in my life. But I'm really good at it. Last time, I was the Lantern Maker character, and I had the time of my life. I was this close to becoming a Lantern Master. It felt like a dream. If I didn't have to wake from it, Nightbloom's lanterns would have bloomed across all of Taiye, brightening every night. The written exam is even harder. The questions were really tricky to understand, and they had so many blanks for me to fill in. I kept getting distracted when I should have been filling in my answers, and before I knew it, I turned my answer sheet into lantern parts.
Well, you've got a few days left. That'll give you ample time to learn some light footwork and hop across a few Meihua poles to impress the examiner. As for those rigid fill-in-the-blank questions, just memorize your mistakes and you'll be fine. Is there anything I can do for you, my good colleague? If not, I'll find another way to earn some Wangqiang coins. We need to build up Momo's surgery fund. I'll leave it to you then. I'll be sure to gather more intel in the dark while I'm making more money. Don't worry, I promise not to slack off, okay?
So hard. Nikki. You're so graceful, Nikki. I think I've got the gist just from watching you. Maybe...
That's amazing. If I were the proctor, I would definitely pass you.
No proctor can jump and teach like Nikki. If I had Miss Nightbloom's long arms and legs, I'd want to try jumping too.
That's what they say. From great teachers come great students. But don't stare.
Momo doing a comedy double act. That's... Looks like the physical exam is... I just suddenly got... Everybody will say...
Yes, they're chromatic.
I know. That's just the... Step... my failed exams. Nikki, could you go through them with me?
Nikki, the right answer is probably hiding in those clues we overlooked. Nikki, the right answer is probably hiding in those clues we overlooked. These are super easy questions for Nikki. These are super easy questions for Nikki. Nikki, the right answer is probably hiding in those clues we overlooked. Nikki, the right answer is probably hiding in those clues we overlooked. These are super easy questions for Nikki.
I don't totally understand Jones' character. It's pretty much like you'll never...
You really think...
I'm Garen of the Johua Bureau, here to conduct an inspection of Nightbloom's study progress. If your performance is unsatisfactory, I am required to take you in for extra training.
Just my luck. Garen is the strictest examiner there is. Oh, Nikki, I'm doomed. I think my life just flashed before my eyes.
Don't panic. Hello, Mr. Garen. We're Nightbloom's study partners. She really wants to do her character justice, so she's been very serious about but she's been much more confident in her performance when she's practiced with us. Could you possibly make an exception for her and let me present the exam questions to her instead?
I suppose that would be fine. Strange things have been happening lately, and I've got a lot going on. If she does well, that's one less thing for me to worry about. At key points, if she's stuck, well, give her a few hints during the exam. I'm in a hurry, so let's get started.
Tell us about the most memorable team experience you've ever had, Nightbloom. What goes into succeeding as a team?
I haven't had many characters that let me work with other Chroma faces. Oh, but when I was a lantern maker, we once made a grand lantern together. We drew up a rough sketch, picked a style, and moved on to making blueprints. I even built a simple lantern frame to help us visualize exactly what we were trying to create. Our success was thanks to everyone's hard work. We gave tasks to those who were best equipped to handle them. On the big day, everything was ready to go. After a few finishing touches and patching up here and there, bam! The perfect lantern was complete.
Great. I know the real secret to teamwork. Aligning your attacks to form a combo strike. Picture this. A client asks you to organize an event promoting the Wanxiang power, and they want colorful black as the theme. How would you do that?
Simple. I'd organize a huge lantern fair. All those lanterns floating in the sky and shining through the darkness would paint a picture bursting with color, while still being surrounded by night.
I see what you mean. This isn't just a lantern festival. It's a tribute to every chroma face who has stayed true to their character and contributed to the Wanxiang. Without all of their light, the colorful black theme wouldn't work. If you joined the Jiuhua Bureau and found there weren't enough employees and too much work, would you be willing to take on extra duties when needed?
But couldn't we just hire more employees? My character token says I should study for exams, not work extra after passing them.
Don't you see, Mr. Garen? Nightbloom is an honest, rule-abiding chroma face. She is the perfect candidate for the Jiuhua Bureau. In fact, she always says that the Bureau is her future home and that she'll do her very best to burn bright and light it up.
Nightbloom, what are your strengths and weaknesses? You're incredibly talented, so try not to be too modest.
My strength is definitely my craftsmanship. Everyone says my lanterns are wonderful. As for weaknesses, maybe I lack time management skills? There's just never enough time.
No, it's because your perfectionism leads you to lose track of time. You get so caught up in the small details.
If you pass the interview and join the Jiuhua Bureau, how do you see your future?
Wow. I would definitely spend my time outside of work making lanterns with all of my friends. Oh, and I would love to have my own lantern exhibition if I ever got...
That's a creative answer. I'm sure you could even expand on your proposal to develop a... For Nightbloom, it seems that the beauty of lanterns both nourishes her spirit and provides her with wisdom that benefits her work. That must be why she answered the question like that.
Phew, thank goodness for your guidance. I can hardly believe I was able to answer so
Nightbloom, tidy yourself up. You're coming with me to the Jiuhua Bureau.
Did I not answer well enough? Mr. Garen, I swear I'll study twice as hard.
I think you misunderstand me. You did well, and you're officially qualified to take the exam.
She's all set. Nightbloom shouldn't fail for the 9th time.
Like she said, hopefully everything will be better once she passes.
Unfortunately, according to their rules, no one...
Chroma ordered them to play their characters and gather the Wanxiang power. But what is this Wanxiang?
Oh, it must be something wonderful. Those glowing marks on Miss Nikki's body are so warm and full of strength. There are just so many, possibilities. Oh, maybe the Wanxiang power just makes everyone stronger. Perhaps it's powerful enough to do all kinds of amazing things.
So, little Jade, since Nightbloom has been working so hard to play...
Now that you mention it, that is very strange. When Nightbloom talked about her lanterns, I saw faint glimmers of light appear on her, a little like Nikki's. Though, not many, and not very bright. But when she said goodbye to us just now, she went completely dim.
Huh? Does that mean her Wanxiang power is decreasing somehow?
But why? Nightbloom followed Chroma's orders and even gave up her beloved lantern making for now. How could her Wanxiang power be decreasing?
Between the moon, the chromatic guards on high alert, and this decrease in Wanxiang power, this place is an absolute mess compared to last time. We'll just take things one step at a time. Oh, and Nikki, it might be best not to mention this weakening power to the other Chroma faces just yet. Until we figure out what the Wanxiang power actually is, saying anything could cause panic, or worse, trouble.
Agreed. Anyway, right now, the most urgent thing is to gather enough Wanxiang coins for Momo's surgery.
Right. Let's check on Nightbloom's exam results at the Jiuhua Bureau later. Let's hope she passes without issue. We need good reviews, and our payment.
Nightbloom, your exam results are in.
They are? Wait, why are you here instead of the examiner? He said he was very satisfied with my answers.
Shi Gandan left in a rush, so I'll be delivering your results instead. This was your 9th attempt. You are well aware of the consequences of another failure, especially given your assigned character. Thankfully, you've passed. Congratulations.
Nikki, Momo, Tanyo-yo! Did you hear that? I did it! I finally passed! Thank you for all your help. Thank you, Chroma, and thank the heavens!
Congratulations!
No more exam prep at last! Finally, I'll have some free time. I can teach you all how to make lanterns. Then, when the festival comes...
Free time? You do realize that after joining the Jiuhua Bureau, you'll still have your probationary evaluation, monthly check-ins, quarterly assessments, and annual review, right? Here, this is your study packet for the probation exam. Learning never ends, so keep it up.
What? I quit! Please don't be angry at me. I'll start studying right away.
Everyone bear witness. We're law-abiding citizens. Whether we're working, studying, or performing, we don't slack off. That moon flare has nothing to do with us.
Chromatic guards, come with me. We're going to help the sick chroma faces affected by the moon flare. It's happening more each day, and with more severity. Stick to your character scripts. If anything happens, report to the Zhouhua Bureau.
My headache is bad enough without having to read all these books, too.
That's rough. May you be reborn as a little kitty in your next life. No exams, no jobs, just naps and being cute.
That all sounds wonderful, but I think I'd rather be a little lantern-making kitty. After all this time, creating lanterns is the most fulfilling thing I've ever done. I'll definitely make a lantern to thank you for your help, Nikki. Never forget that you're the one who inspired me the most.
Deal. But tell me, do we really have to finish our assigned characters before we can chase our own dreams? You clearly love making lanterns the most, and you're so good at it.
Ah, so that's what they call a dream, is it? We chroma faces don't really understand that stuff. When we first came to be, we didn't even know how to walk. Chroma was the one who gave us our characters. It was only then that we slowly learned how to live. The idea of becoming a lantern master, that only came to me after I got the relevant character. Everyone's still trying their best to play their parts. How could I say that my own dream matters more? Anyway, thank you for all your help. This is the customer feedback form. I'll need to keep studying hard for my exams, so wish me luck, okay?
Good thing I'm just Momo, so I don't have to take any exams. Let's hope Nightbloom's next one goes more smoothly. Nikki, do you think we should move on to the next task? I think we need to visit Mia's workshop and help Mia prepare for the Hop Hop banquet.
The material's sturdy and durable, but still a little uncomfortable to wear. He's very busy at the Jiuhua Bureau, so his Under Armour really should be softer. If only I still had some rouge feathers.
Excuse me, are you Boss Mia, the owner of Mia's workshop? Sorry to keep you waiting. We're from Baiqiao Hall, here to lend a hand.
Ah, thank you so much. No need to call me boss. Mia is just fine.
Mia, your mask looks amazing. I've never seen one like it. Where can I buy one?
Well, I'm afraid they aren't for sale. This mask is actually chroma face paint, so it can't be removed, undone, or sold. Fortunately, it has no other effects.
Huh, that's strange. When I last visited the Wangqiang realm, I didn't see anyone with one of those.
The mask thing is fairly recent. They've only appeared in the past few decades. You must have come here before that. Listen to me rambling. I almost forgot why you're here. Jin must have told you about my request, right?
That's right. If I'm remembering correctly, you need help preparing the hot pot banquet, inviting your friends, and collecting fresh ingredients, right?
Why would you need to call in Baiqiao Hall for something as simple as having friends over for dinner?
Or maybe it's because there's just too much work at Mia's workshop? When every day's busy, people have no time or energy left. It's only natural to need a little help.
That's true. I only mend old things at the workshop each day, so it's not that bad. But it's this workshop owner character that's been troubling me. The friends I want to invite are all old acquaintances. We're all friends, but they're not in the workshop owner's friendship circle. So the Jiuhua Bureau won't allow me to approach them directly.
But it's just a simple gathering with friends. Isn't the Jiuhua Bureau being a bit over the top?
It's because of that horrible curse. One Chroma Face's personal desires can't outweigh everyone else's fates, you know? And, well, it's been that way for millennia. You get used to it eventually. So I've entrusted this task to you. Please, just do your best. There's no need to force anything.
Mia, life and death may be grave matters, but that doesn't mean a Chroma Face's heart should be silenced. Leave the hot pot banquet to me. I'll make sure you and your friends share a fun, warm meal together.
Okay. Then I'll leave it to you, Nikki. But there's actually one more thing that's troubling me. It's the real reason I asked Baiqiao Hall for help. One of my friends, Lan Cai'er, is even more rigid about character tokens than the Jiuhua Bureau. This time, Lan got the character of a dumpling-loving street vendor, and he really won't eat anything but dumplings for every meal. Last time I invited him for Hot Pot, he turned me down. But some of the others I want to invite have characters who dislike dumplings. It's a bit of a conundrum.
That is a tricky situation. But don't worry, every problem always has a solution.
You have an idea? That's wonderful! Nikki, I need to restock a few things, so I can go with you under the guise of buying supplies. I'll leave persuading Mr. Lan to you, though.
Fine sunny day. Perfect for guests. Ah! Step right up! Step right up. How about a sprig of little daisies to embroider your pouch? Or a crimson plum branch to fill your whole room with fragrance? Ah, oh, look here. The petals are still glistening with dew.
Lan, do you still have any rouge feathers left?
I'm sorry, miss. I only sell flowers and herbs here. If you're after rouge feathers, you'll have better luck somewhere else.
All right, then. One more thing. Lan, I'd like to invite you to a hot pot banquet with Auntie Meow and Candace. all of our friends together again. What do you say?
Mia, I don't eat hot pot, only dumplings. If we're going to meet up, we can just go have dumplings instead.
You really love dumplings that much? You can't miss even a single meal?
It's not about love or hate. Dumplings, hot pot, it's all the same to me. But Chroma gave me a character that says I love dumplings, so I must only love dumplings. It's as simple as that. Honestly, it's not half bad. I never stress over what I'll have for my next meal, and there's no risk of eating anything out of the ordinary, because dumplings are the ordinary. It's nice.
I get it. You don't even have to think anymore.
Then what if we said hot pot?
What?
What is a dumpling? A tasty filling wrapped in dough. But consider this. The ancients once said, when cooking, therefore, the wrapping can be dough or it can be a pot. And the filling can be meat and vegetables. See? Hot pot is simply a free-spirited dumpling.
You're absolutely right. Who's to say the next dumpling a Chroma Face eats can't be some hot pot?
Really? We can be that free?
Even if they do, they can't find a flaw in my dumpling theory. And if they... Meat can boil, vegetables can simmer.
You know,
That's the spirit. Friends should meet up off.
You're so clever.
All in a day's work.
Yes,
Anything else I All right then, good luck. I'll look into this mask matter and the...
Oh, this is a surprise. It's been ages since I've seen a...
I'd like to buy some hot pot ingredients.
Ah,
Huh?
as the saying goes.
That's
What?
Nick.
All right then. job! Keep up the pace!
Mr. Shu's inventory is definitely not Momo's limit.
Wow! Such an agile.
Great work, Momo. We're one step closer to helping out Miss Mia.
And here you go.
Sir, me? Like, if by case, no problem.
And what about Blings or Wolfert? I see. That's the true essence of...
No need to thank us.
I'll be there.
Step aside. Lift your paw. Move your leg. Let me sweep.
Sorry to interrupt, Auntie.
Mia? So,
She's been...
oh, those. They're just.
Don't... Is this the... Yes! You're too kind. Miss...
Mia, my stove fell apart again. Think a little syrup will fix it?
Syrup melts with heat, so probably not. Maybe you could stew scallops with some Rouge Lotus. Remember the time I simmered them on low for 3 days? The broth got so thick the spoon got stuck and wouldn't come out.
Oh, that explains it. I took one sip last time and my mouth was glued shut. I couldn't talk for half a month.
Nikki, come here. Let me introduce you. This is my brother, Shi Gandang. Gandang, this is Nikki, the one I told you about.
Mia already told me everything. Thank you for all the trouble you went through with this hot pot banquet. If I weren't so tied up with patrol duty lately, I'd have come to help myself.
You're too kind. Helping others is what we do over at Baiqiao Hall. When we accept a task, we make sure to do it properly.
Regardless, you've done my sister a big favor. And that means I owe you too. If you ever need my help, just say the word and I will be there.
Whoa! You two really do sound like siblings. Were you really just recently paired up by pure chance?
Actually, a long time ago, Gandang and I were a pair of siblings who were down on our luck. We were begging for food and getting soaked in the rain together, with no place to call home. After a while, we became each other's homes. We'd still meet up whenever we could, if our new character tokens allowed us to. It really felt like I had a younger brother.
I feel the same way, character token or not. To me, Mia is my sister, and always will be.
You'd still call me your sister? Even if your character had nothing to do with mine? I used to worry you'd get caught by the Jiuhua Bureau for that.
No way, Mia. I'm a chromatic guard now. No one's going to arrest me.
In any case, being siblings with Gandang again is such a blessing to me. Especially now that I have grown a mask.
Mia, your blessings don't end there. Candace and Auntie Miao have both missed you dearly. They've agreed to come to the hot pot banquet too.
Really? I was worried it might be too much trouble for you guys. That's wonderful news. Nikki, a simple thank you doesn't feel appropriate. So I'd like to invite you to the hot pot banquet too. It's both my thanks and a welcome to a friend from afar.
I'd never say no to an invitation like that. All you can eat hot pot, here we come.
Hearing that gives me all the energy I need to get ready. See you at the hot pot banquet, Nikki.
Ah, that's so wonderful. Did you catch that, Nikki? When Mia and Shi Gandang spoke about each other, their lights shone a little brighter.
How interesting. Does that mean that Chroma's scripts really help them evoke their Wanxiang power? And if that's the case, why has the formation of that power slowed down after so many centuries?
There must be some kind of interference going on. Instead of racking our brains over something even Chroma can't solve, maybe we should figure out what to bring to the banquet.
Yes, Candace and Auntie Miao are both bringing presents. We can't show up empty-handed. I remember Mia saying she wanted to craft armor using rouge feathers. Why don't we get her some as a gift? That way she can finish it faster.
That's perfect. I'll look for a few other bits and bobs too. I'll see you at the banquet.